This video is a review of the Beckett Locke Apartment Hotel at the Point in Dublin. Myself, my wife Kim and our friends Tom and Hayley stayed here in the first few days of August 2023, although you'd never believe it was August from the weather, which was generally cool and overcast for our stay. Coming into the hotel, check-in was very quick and easy, and all of the staff were very friendly and helpful. Even though official check-in was not until the afternoon, when we arrived our room was actually already ready, and so we were able to check in and make ourselves comfortable before going out to explore Dublin. The hotel itself is very post-industrial, Scandinavian minimalist in style. There were lots of communal areas, meeting rooms available to rent, plus a gym, a cocktail bar and coffee bar with a central atrium seating area, as you can see here. To access the rooms, you need to use your room key to activate the lifts or gain access to the stairwells. Outside of the lifts was a floor plan showing the layout of the rooms, which looked like mainly one bedroom, one bathroom apartments. Ours was a two-bedroom apartment with a shared bathroom and balcony, although the eagle-eyed among you may notice that the room layout is not actually as shown on the floor plan, which appears to show a balcony bottom left when the balcony should have been bottom right on the plan. Going into the room, you have the main lounge, dining, kitchenette area in front of you. The kitchenette is quite well equipped with a fridge and a small freezer compartment, but more of that later. You then have some comfortable bench seating in the corner of the room. Before we make our way out onto the balcony. Where you have a view of the Point tram station on one side and the Point 3 arena on the other side. Going back inside, you have a large dining table and chairs and a good sized smart TV on the wall. There's also a dressing table at the end of the room. Moving into the bedrooms, both are a little on the small side with just enough room to walk around the bed. You have a small wardrobe with hangers and a couple of drawers in the corner of the room. The beds themselves weren't particularly comfortable for us. The mattresses were quite thin, so weren't the best. The single bathroom, though, is a decent size with a wide sink, a heated towel rail, plenty of towels and toiletries. The shower's a good, strong rainforest style, and it also does have a separate hand hose should you prefer that. The second bedroom backs onto the bathroom and is the same layout and size as the first bedroom. There are nightstands either side of the bed under which you can find a 3-pin and a USB power point for charging your phone or any other devices you might have. Back in the main dining area, Behind the dressing table mirror, there are another couple of power points and the light switch for the main lounge light, which we had to search for to find initially. There's also a full-length mirror in the entrance hall, which is ideal for a final check of how good you look before you leave the room of a night. The kitchenette is well appointed. In addition to the fridge, there's a washing machine, a kettle and toaster, some recycling bins under the sink, and a dishwasher that we were using at the time I filmed this. It also has a small complement of mugs, plates and glasses, a hob with a couple of rings, extractor, and a combined oven and microwave with some limited cutlery and pots and pans. But if you don't want to cook for yourself, the hotel are happy for you to order takeout deliveries. The TV is a smart TV that turns on to a main menu that links you to smart apps and a user guide for the hotel and its amenities. It's quite detailed with the information that's on there for you, as you can see. You do get Wi-Fi, free Wi-Fi with the room. I believe that the Wi-Fi code comes with the booking that you get for the room. And the Wi-Fi is generally pretty good. The hotel has its own internal coffee shop called North 7, which sells a selection of coffees, cold drinks, cakes and sandwiches that you can eat in the atrium seating. There always seem to be a number of people in there sitting around and working on their laptops all day, so it's obviously quite popular. Outside the hotel, you are right next to the 3 Arena at the Point and the Point tram station, from which you can be into central Dublin from the dockside area in about 15 to 20 minutes. We used the trams every day we were there, and they were regular, clean and cheap, and less than €6 for an all-day travel card, so it was very good value. About a 5-minute walk from the hotel, on the top floor of the building opposite, was Ryleighs Rooftop Steakhouse restaurant, where we booked breakfast on our last day. This is a really nice Art Deco style restaurant, accessible via the lobby of the Mason Hotel below, where the food was really good and not too expensive. Plus you had a great view of the dock area and the river. Even the toilets were in the same Art Deco style as you can see here, which was nice. And you can actually see the Beckett Locke Hotel across the building site that is currently being worked on opposite. There's a nice open kitchen there, and you can see that there are a number of tables, again all in the same style. It does look like a lovely restaurant. We didn't eat there in the evening, but if the breakfast was anything to go by, it would have been very nice. They did also do a little happy birthday ice cream for Hayley, as it had been her 40th birthday the week before, so we got a nice ice cream for her, which was a nice touch at breakfast. That's Ryleighs. You can book via their website. Moving on to our actual stay, the rest of the time we were in Dublin, we did the obligatory visit to the Guinness Factory, which was really interesting and well put together. And you do get some samples of Guinness. I don't drink beer at all, but even I quite enjoyed that. And there are also plenty of photo opportunities and, as the kids would say, grammable moments on the tour too. We finished off our tour in the rooftop bar there, which has some great panoramic views across Dublin, although it is a little bit hard to find somewhere to sit because the bars are very, very busy. But it was a great tour, well worth doing. The next day we visited St Stephen's Green Park in the centre of Dublin, at the top of the Grafton Street shopping area, which is a nice little visit there. It's a lovely park if you get a chance to visit. Just off of Grafton Street is the statue of one of my all-time rock heroes, Phil Lynott of the rock band Thin Lizzy. So I managed to get my photo taken there with him in a suitable Thin Lizzy t-shirt for the occasion. We also visited Dublin's notorious Kilmainham jail for a really interesting tour there, but make sure you book your tickets via their website in advance, as the tour parties are small and admission is really limited. The tour was really interesting though, given the history of the jail and also all of the films that have been made there, which included classics like The Italian Job, In the Name of the Father, and rather bizarrely, Paddington 2. Also, it's such a key site to the history of Ireland, as the leaders of the 1916 Easter Uprising were executed there by firing squad, which ultimately led to the end of British rule in Southern Ireland in 1921. You can see the site of their executions, which is marked by a black cross in the yard. After the jail tour, we went for some lunch at the Patriots Inn pub opposite. Food and service were excellent, and my wife, who has a serious peanut allergy, was especially impressed with how knowledgeable the manager was on allergens, which enabled her to eat from the menu with complete confidence, which is rare for Kim. We also went down to the famous Temple Bar area for a meal and an evening out in the pubs there. We had a good time, plus the obligatory drink in the Temple Bar pub itself, but we were offered drugs on a few occasions in the area, and there were people there with obvious drink and drug problems, so you may want to be aware of that before you go yourself. In general though, everyone was very friendly, and we were even wished a nice evening by the guy who was collecting all of the bins. So Irish hospitality definitely lived up to its name, to be sure, to be sure. On the way home, we even managed to get time for a couple of pictures at the famous Halfpenny Bridge to round off our night. Following day, we paid a quick visit back to Grafton Street and also to the Dublin Castle itself. Finally, checking in with the statue of Molly Malone, which was outstanding, you might say. Anyway, that's the end of our holiday video. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you found it interesting in terms of Beckett's Lock. And stay tuned for the next one. Thanks a lot.